Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Lively Later Life channel.
Hello, everyone.
We're just so glad you're tuning in and joining our community today.
Yeah, it's great to have you with us.
Our aim here is, well, to be your essential guide, helping you nurture a really vibrant brain and lead a truly fulfilling life as you embrace these golden years.
Think of us as maybe your friendly navigators.
Exactly. Sifting through all the research, the articles, those real-world stories.
And boiling it down to what really matters for living your best life.
Today we're focusing on something absolutely foundational, something that supports, well, almost everything else when it comes to our cognitive vitality.
But it's often, overlooked or maybe just misunderstood.
Totally. We're unlocking rest. We're taking a close look at brain-boosting sleep, specifically for Canadian seniors like yourselves.
It's so common, isn't it? You hear it all the time. People say, oh, I just don't sleep like I used to.
It's just part of getting older.
Right.
I hear that constantly.
And it's a perception that can really hold people back.
It really can. Now, it's true. Some shifts in our sleep patterns, our sleep architecture, as experts call it, well, they are a natural part of aging.
But chronic poor sleep, that absolutely doesn't have to be the new normal. Not at all.
I was chatting recently with this delightful gentleman, Mr. Davies, over at a senior center in Burnaby, BC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he'd been really struggling for months. Restless nights, waking up feeling just groggy.
Sounds familiar for many.
And finding it harder and harder to focus during the day. And he'd sort of resigned himself, like so many people do, thinking, well, this is it. It's my age.
Like it's just an irreversible decline. What a tough spot to feel you're in.
Exactly. But here's the hopeful part, the inspiring bit. His doctor suggested some really remarkably simple changes. Sleep hygiene adjustment.
The basics, but often so powerful.
Totally. He started being really consistent about dimming the lights in his home, at least an hour before bed, creating that gradual wind down.
Setting the mood for sleep.
Yes. And he made a really conscious effort to make sure his bedroom was consistently cool and quiet and dark, really optimized for rest.
Creating that sleep sanctuary we'll talk more about.
And the change, he said it was profound. He told me, honestly, with this sparkle in his eye, I finally feel like myself again.
Wow, that's fantastic.
My mind feels clearer, my memory is sharper, and I have more energy to enjoy my grandkids. His story just perfectly highlights this truth, doesn't it? Improving sleep isn't just about feeling less tired physically.
No, it's about giving our brains the actual fuel they need.
The fuel they need to thrive, to maintain that sharpness, that clarity we all want.
Mr. Davies' experience, it really illustrates this core principle that just keeps popping up in all the research we looked at. Quality sleep is, well, without a doubt, absolutely crucial.
For memory.
For memory consolidation, yes. For sustained focus throughout the day. And for just overall robust brain function. It's not just a nice to have, it's foundational.
Foundational, I like that.
And maybe you, listening right now, maybe you found yourself in a similar boat, tossing and turning.
Waking up frequently through the night.
Or feeling just persistently groggy, even after what you thought was a full night in bed. And maybe you're wondering, is there really anything that can be done? Can I actually get back to that truly restorative sleep?
Well, we really are a community here at Lively Later Life, and your experiences, your insights, they can genuinely help others on this path.
Absolutely. Learning from each other is key.
So we'd genuinely love to hear from you. Does Mr. Davies' story resonate at all? What's maybe one sleep challenge you're facing?
Or perhaps you found a clever trick, something that's really helped you sleep better.
Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your wisdom, your experience, it's truly invaluable to our whole community's journey toward better well-being.
Our mission today really is to delve into the evidence, look at what works, and unlock those practical secrets to truly restorative sleep.
Yeah, let's get practical.
We firmly believe that a lively later life means having a sharp mind, clear thinking.
Right.
And the research we've dug into makes it absolutely unequivocally clear. Good quality sleep is a non-negotiable part of that whole equation.
Non-negotiable, that's strong.
It really is.
Yeah.
So this session is designed as your hopefully empowering guide. We want to explore accessible, everyday strategies you can use to improve your sleep habits.
And create an environment, right, an environment that is genuinely conducive to that deep brain-boosting rest.
Exactly that. We've distilled insights from, well, quite a few different sources, and we'll be demystifying some of those common sleep myths you hear.
Oh, good. Like the seniors need less sleep one.
We'll definitely tackle that one.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss in detail how sleep really impacts your memory and your mood, too.
And then the practical stuff, actionable tips for setting up a healthy sleep routine that actually works for you.
Right. We'll cover everything from, optimizing your bedroom setup, managing those frustrating times you wake up in the middle of the night,
Ah, yes.
to understanding the role, often overlooked, of your diet and exercise in shaping how well you sleep.
Okay, fantastic. The goal is clear. Get ready to sleep smarter, feel better, and think sharper.
Let's unpack this. Let's really dive into the world of brain-boosting sleep. 1. The brain-sleep connection. Why quality sleep is vital for memory and cognitive function.
Okay, so let's start right at the core. Why are we dedicating this whole session to sleep? It's not just downtime, is it? It's not a luxury we squeeze in if we're lucky.
Not at all. Our sources consistently highlight sleep as a critical, absolutely essential function for our brains. It's a truly active process, not passive.
Active. How so?
You've hit on a really crucial point there. Research just keeps reinforcing this. Sleep is far from idle time for the brain. It's actually a period of intense, vital activity.
Okay.
One of the most critical things happening, especially during those deeper stages of sleep, is memory consolidation.
Right, making memories stick.
Exactly. Think about your day. Your brain is like a relentless sponge,
Yeah.
constantly soaking up new information, new experiences, things you're learning.
Nonstop.
But that learning isn't really complete until those raw experiences are properly filed away. During deep sleep, your brain is actively processing and, filing these memories from the day.
It's like sorting through the day's mail?
Kind of. It's a bit like your brain sorting through this enormous stack of papers from the day's activities and then neatly placing them into the correct permanent filing cabinets.
Ah, okay.
This is the crucial time when those fragile short-term memories, maybe something you read or a conversation you had, they get converted into robust, stable, long-term memories.
So without good sleep?
The implication is really profound. Without enough quality sleep, your ability to truly learn new things and then reliably recall them later, it suffers significantly.
It's like they just vanish.
Pretty much. It's like trying to access digital files that were never actually saved properly to your hard drive. Poof, gone.
Wow. Okay, that makes so much sense. It's not just remembering facts, it's making daily life actually stick.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And there's another really fascinating aspect, almost groundbreaking, brain waste removal.
Waste removal in the brain.
Yeah, often called the wash cycle for your brain, sort of colloquially. Our brains are incredibly active organs, metabolically speaking. They use up a huge chunk of our body's energy.
All right.
And like any busy system, they produce waste products throughout the day, metabolic leftovers.
Okay.
What's truly remarkable is the glymphatic system. It's the brain's unique waste clearance system. And our sources show this system becomes significantly more active, almost like it opens up the channels during sleep.
So it cleans house while we sleep.
Exactly. It's like the brain's own sophisticated plumbing system. It rhythmically flushes out toxins and metabolic waste products that build up while we're awake.
Like what kind of waste?
Crucially, this system is responsible for removing proteins like amyloid beta.
Amyloid beta. I've heard of that. Isn't that linked to Alzheimer's?
It is. When these amyloid beta proteins build up outside brain cells, they're strongly linked to forming those amyloid plaques, a key hallmark, a pathology of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's.
Good grief. So sleep is literally cleaning out the gunk that could cause serious problems down the line.
That's what the evidence strongly suggests. It really highlights sleep's protective long-term role for brain health. Good sleep isn't just about feeling better tomorrow. It might be about safeguarding your cognitive future.
That's a game changer in how we need to think about rest, isn't it?
Absolutely. It fundamentally shifts sleep from just being a passive necessity to an active, vital maintenance period for the brain.
Okay, so memory filing, waste cleaning. What else?
Beyond that, sleep is absolutely vital for cognitive repair and restoration. Think about your brain cells, your neurons. They work tirelessly all day long, firing, communicating, using energy.
Right.
Sleep provides the essential downtime for these cells to literally repair themselves, rebuild their energy stores, and restore their complex biochemical balance. It's a nightly reset.
Preparing for the next day's onslaught.
Exactly. This restorative process directly impacts your ability to maintain sharp focus, to engage in complex problem-solving clearly, to make sound decisions, and even spark creativity.
So that's why I feel so foggy and irritable after a bad night.
Precisely. You've experienced the direct impact of insufficient cognitive repair. Your brain just hasn't had the chance to fully reboot and recharge.
And it's not just about thinking clearly, is it? I know my mood takes a hit.
You're spot on. We absolutely cannot overlook mood regulation. There's an incredibly strong, undeniable link that our sources consistently point to between chronic poor sleep and, well, increased irritability, heightened anxiety, even a greater susceptibility to depression.
Makes sense. Everything feels harder when you're tired.
When you're consistently well-rested, your brain is just far better equipped to manage emotional responses, process stress effectively, maintain that emotional balance. Good sleep helps regulate the delicate balance of neurotransmitters, those chemical messengers like serotonin and dopamine.
The feel-good chemicals.
Some of them, yes, they're essential for mood stability and emotional resilience. Good sleep is fundamental for a healthy emotional landscape.
Okay. And you mentioned other health links, too.
Right. While we're focusing on the brain today, it's really important to remember the overall health interconnection. Sleep impacts nearly every system. Your immune function, your heart health, how your body handles sugar, your hormones.
It's all connected.
Deeply interconnected. A healthy body supports a healthy brain, and vice versa. So robust sleep is really a foundational pillar of overall well-being, not just brain health in isolation.
Wow. Okay, so if I'm getting this right, skimping on sleep isn't just about feeling a bit tired or sluggish.
Not at all.
It's potentially putting my entire brain health, my memory, my ability to think, my mood at significant risk and avoidable risk.
That's the powerful realization, yes. It's truly motivating when you see it that way.
It really is.
Here's a key insight, sort of an analogy we can draw from this. Think of your brain not just as any computer, but as a high-performance supercomputer.
Okay.
Just like your most advanced laptop needs to shut down sometimes, run diagnostics, maybe reboot to run efficiently and prevent crashes, right?
Right, yeah.
Your brain absolutely requires quality sleep to, metaphorically speaking, defragment its internal hard drive, clear its cache of all those temporary files, cluttering things up, and perform essential, deep background maintenance for peak performance.
The ultimate system update.
Exactly. Vital for optimal function and potentially longevity, too.
That's where it gets truly fascinating. A perfect analogy that really underlines why this is so important for our Sharp Mind, Bright Future series here on Lively Later Life. It's not just resting, it's strategically optimizing our most vital organ. 2. Common sleep changes and myths in seniors. What's normal, what's not?
Okay, so now we understand why sleep is so incredibly vital.
Yeah, the stakes are high.
Right. So let's move on to something that causes, well, a lot of confusion and sometimes unnecessary worry for many of us as we get older.
Figuring out what's normal versus what's actually a problem.
Exactly. It's really important to distinguish between common, often normal, age-related sleep changes and those actual treatable sleep problems that really do need attention.
Okay, let's clear that up.
Let's tackle a big one right away. That pervasive myth, the one you mentioned earlier.
That seniors need less sleep.
That's the one. It's just incorrect. The reality, consistently backed by research, is that most adults, and yes, this absolutely includes seniors, still need a solid 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night.
Really? 7 to 9, still.
For optimal health, yes.
Oh.
Both physical and cognitive. Our actual sleep requirement doesn't really diminish much with age.
Huh. So what does change then? Because things definitely feel different for many people.
That's the key. What often changes is the pattern or the architecture of our sleep, not the total hours needed for restoration.
Okay, pattern changes, like what?
So let's talk about common age-related changes that are generally considered within the normal range. One very frequent observation is more fragmented sleep.
Meaning waking up more often?
Exactly. You might find yourself waking up more frequently during the night, maybe briefly, perhaps to use the washroom or just sort of surface to partial awareness before drifting off again. Now, this isn't necessarily a disorder if you're still getting enough total sleep overall and you feel reasonably rested when you wake up for the day.
Okay. What else?
Another common shift is experiencing less deep sleep. That's the really restorative stage, scientifically called slow wave sleep, the kind that makes you feel completely refreshed.
The really good stuff.
That's the one. As we age, we naturally tend to spend less time in this very deep stage, and that can contribute to feeling slightly less refreshed in the morning, even if you were in bed for, say, 8 hours.
Makes sense. Anything else common?
And finally, many seniors notice a natural shift towards earlier bedtimes and earlier wake times.
Oh, becoming an early bird.
Kind of, yeah. It's a physiological shift in the body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm, sometimes called advanced sleep phase syndrome. Your body just naturally signals sleepiness earlier in the evening and wakes you up earlier in the morning.
Okay, so waking up more, less deep sleep, earlier schedule, those are generally considered, well, normal variations.
Broadly speaking, yes. These specific shifts are usually seen as a normal, often benign part of the aging process.
That's somewhat reassuring, but then what crosses the line? When should we be concerned?
That's the critical distinction. There are many sleep issues that are not normal and crucially are often treatable.
Okay, like what should we look out for?
Well, chronic insomnia, for instance. If you have persistent difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, most nights, week after week, month after month, that's not just getting older.
Right, that sounds debilitating.
It is. It's a treatable condition that can severely impact your quality of life, your mood, your thinking, everything.
Okay, insomnia. What else?
Another significant one, surprisingly common but often missed, is sleep apnea.
Ah, yes. The breathing pauses.
Right. It's characterized by repeated pauses in breathing during sleep. This often leads to very loud snoring, maybe choking or gasping sounds, and repeatedly interrupted sleep, even if you don't fully wake up.
So you might not even know you have it.
Often, it's a bed partner who notices. People with sleep apnea frequently wake up feeling utterly exhausted, even after 8 or 9 hours in bed, because their brain is constantly being briefly roused to restart breathing. It's a serious condition with significant health risks. Needs medical attention.
Definitely. What else falls into the not normal category?
Then there's restless leg syndrome, or RLS. This involves these really uncomfortable sensations in the legs. People describe it as crawling, tingling, itching, or just this irresistible urge to move them.
Especially at night.
Yes, particularly in the evening or at night when you're trying to rest. It makes falling asleep or staying asleep incredibly difficult.
Okay, RLS. Anything else?
And finally, let's talk about naps. Well, a short strategic nap, maybe 20, 30 minutes max, can be really beneficial for a quick energy boost.
Power naps.
Right. But frequent long naps that significantly disrupt your night's sleep are often a sign that your overall sleep pattern is out of whack.
Like napping for hours in the afternoon.
Exactly. Long naps, or naps taken too late in the day, can drastically reduce your sleep drive and make it much harder to fall asleep at your regular bedtime, creating this vicious cycle of poor night's sleep followed by daytime napping.
Okay, that's a really crucial set of distinctions. It means we shouldn't just write off major sleep problems as inevitable.
Absolutely not. Don't dismiss significant, debilitating sleep issues as just old age or something you have to endure. Many of these conditions are truly treatable.
Which offers a huge amount of hope, doesn't it? It empowers us to actually seek solutions.
It really does. And here's a practical takeaway from this section, something you can do yourself. This raises the question, how can you get a clearer, more objective picture of your own sleep?
Yeah, how do you figure out what's really going on?
A simple but incredibly effective tool is to keep a sleep diary, just for a week or two.
What should I track?
Be meticulous. Note down your exact bedtime when you actually turn the lights out. Note your wake-up time. Estimate how many times you woke up during the night and roughly for how long. Also, jot down anything relevant beforehand, like what you ate or drank close to bed, any medications, maybe stress levels, and crucially, record how you felt the next day. Were you groggy, alert, focused, irritable?
Ah, connecting the dots.
Precisely. This detailed personal record can be incredibly insightful. It helps you, and potentially your doctor, identify specific patterns, potential triggers, and the exact nature of any sleep challenges you might be facing. It gives you concrete information to work with.
That's a great practical tip, a sleep diary. 3, the power of sleep hygiene, creating an ideal sleep environment and routine.
Okay, so we know why sleep matters, and we know what kinds of changes to look out for.
Right, the normal versus the potentially problematic.
Now let's talk about proactive steps.
Yeah,
How can we take action? This brings us to sleep hygiene. Sounds a bit clinical, maybe?
a little bit, yeah, like washing your sleep.
Huh? Well, maybe. It's really about establishing healthy habits and intentionally creating an environment that's genuinely designed for deep restorative sleep.
Setting the stage for sleep success.
That's a perfect way to put it, preparing your mind and body. The absolute cornerstone of good sleep hygiene, the thing that comes up again and again in research, is a consistent sleep schedule.
Going to bed and waking up at the same time.
Roughly the same time, yes, every single day. And that includes weekends, unfortunately for some. Even keeping it within maybe a 30-minute to 1-hour window makes a difference.
Why is that so important? The consistency.
Because it powerfully regulates your body's natural internal clock, your circadian rhythm. This biological clock dictates when you feel sleepy and when you feel alert.
Ah, setting the rhythm.
Exactly. When your body experiences this consistency, it learns what to expect. It anticipates sleep time, making it far easier to fall asleep naturally when it's time, and often wake up feeling refreshed without even needing an alarm. It creates a predictable biological rhythm that your body thrives on.
Okay, consistent schedule. Got it. What's next?
Next, you absolutely need to optimize your bedroom environment. Think of your bedroom as more than just a room. It should be your personal, sacred sleep sanctuary.
Ooh, I like that. Sanctuary.
First, it needs to be as dark as absolutely possible. Even tiny amounts of light from a street lamp outside, a glowing digital clock, maybe light leaking under the door, can disrupt sleep.
Oh.
Because light, especially certain wavelengths, inhibits your brain's production of melatonin. That's the key hormone that helps initiate and maintain sleep. Light tells your brain it's daytime.
So, blackout curtains. Eye mask.
Excellent ideas. Blackout curtains are fantastic. A comfortable eye mask works wonders too. Aim for pitch black if you can.
Okay, dark. What else makes a sanctuary?
Second, aim for quiet. Disruptive sounds, traffic, neighbors, even a snoring partner sometimes, can pull you out of those deeper sleep stages or prevent you from getting there in the first place, even if you don't fully wake up.
So, earplugs.
Earplugs can be great. A white noise machine is another excellent option. It creates a consistent, soothing sound that masks those sudden, jarring noises. Even just a simple fan can work wonders.
Okay, dark and quiet. Anything else?
And third, make sure it's cool. The ideal temperature range for sleep is consistently found to be somewhere between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius. That's about 65 to 68 Fahrenheit.
Cooler than many people keep their homes.
Often, yes. Your core body temperature naturally needs to drop slightly to initiate and maintain good deep sleep. A cool room actually facilitates this crucial physiological process. It helps your body signal it's time to rest.
Wow, so it's not just about being comfortable, it's about physiology, creating the perfect conditions.
Precisely. Dark, quiet, cool, those are the environmental keys.
Okay. What about habits before bed?
Ah, yes, the wind-down routine. This is absolutely crucial for signaling to your brain that it's time to shift gears, moving from the busyness of the day to a calm, sleep-ready state.
Like a transition period.
Exactly. And a critical, non-negotiable part of this routine is avoiding screens, and I mean all of them. Phones, tablets, computers, TVs.
Oh, dear. That's the tough one for many.
It is, but it's so important. Avoid them for at least an hour, ideally two, before your intended bedtime.
Why are screens so bad? The light?
Yes, specifically the blue light they emit. It's particularly potent at suppressing melatonin production. It basically tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it much harder to feel naturally sleepy.
So, what should we do instead in that last hour or two?
Engage in relaxing activities that don't involve those stimulating screens. Read a physical book or magazine again. Probably not a backlit e-reader for the same blue light reason.
Okay, physical book. Good.
Listen to very calming music, maybe classical or ambient. Take a warm bath or shower. The subsequent cooling down of your body actually promotes sleepiness.
Ah, interesting.
Practice some gentle stretching or maybe some restorative yoga poses,
Yeah.
or engage in guided meditation or simple deep breathing exercises. Anything that helps quiet your mind and relax your body.
Preparing for rest.
Exactly. And one small but surprisingly helpful tip that often comes up. Turn your alarm clock away from you.
Oh.
Cover it up.
Why? So you don't clock watch?
Precisely. Constantly checking the time when you can't sleep just ramps up anxiety and frustration. Oh no, only 5 hours left. That creates a really counterproductive stress cycle that makes falling asleep even harder. Out of sight, out of mind, hopefully.
Those are such practical, concrete steps. And understanding the why behind them, the melatonin, the body temperature, the brain associations, makes them feel much more meaningful.
Right. It shows how these seemingly small, consistent changes, when you apply them with intention, can add up to make a profoundly big difference in your sleep quality.
It really is about setting yourself up for success night after night, making that bedroom a true sanctuary.
It absolutely is. And here's maybe a deeper way to think about it. If we connect this to the bigger picture, your bedroom should genuinely be treated as your personal sleep sanctuary.
I love that term.
It's not just another room in the house. It should be a dedicated space, purpose-built in your mind, designed solely for rest and rejuvenation. Make it that calm, dark, cool haven where as soon as you enter, your brain gets the signal. Okay, time to unwind, release the day, restore.
A place that automatically cues sleep.
Exactly. A place of tranquility that cues your mind and body for deep slumber, rather than stimulating it with work or worries or entertainment. 4. Diet, exercise, and sleep. how your daily habits impact your nights.
It's truly fascinating, isn't it? How much our choices throughout the day, what we eat, how much we move, even getting some sunlight, how profoundly all that affects how well we sleep at night.
It's incredibly interconnected. This next part really delves into those subtle yet powerful ways your daytime habits ripple effect into your nighttime rest.
Okay, where do we start? Diet.
Let's start with dietary choices, yes. Because what you consume, and especially when you consume it, can have a surprisingly strong and sometimes negative impact on your sleep.
Like caffeine, coffee.
Definitely limit caffeine.
Yeah.
And that's not just coffee. Remember, tea, many sodas, energy drinks, even chocolate contain caffeine. It's a potent stimulant.
And it lasts a long time.
It can, yes.
Yeah.
The effects can linger in your system for many hours, sometimes 6, and even more hours for some people, depending on how fast you metabolize it.
So even an afternoon coffee could be a problem.
For some people, absolutely. Even a cup in the early afternoon can significantly disrupt sleep later that night. It works by blocking adenosine, which is a natural chemical that builds up in your brain during the day and makes you feel sleepy. Caffeine gets in the way.
Good to know. Pay attention to your own sensitivity.
Exactly. Find your personal cutoff time. Similarly, it's generally wise to limit alcohol, especially in the hours leading up to bed.
But doesn't alcohol make you sleepy? A nightcap?
The nightcap myth. While alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy and even help you fall asleep faster, it significantly disrupts sleep quality later in the night.
How so?
Our sources consistently show it messes with the natural progression through sleep stages. It particularly suppresses REM sleep, which is important for emotional processing and memory. And as your body metabolizes the alcohol overnight, it often leads to more frequent awakenings.
Plus extra trips to the bathroom.
Plus, it acts as a diuretic, yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
more awakenings for that reason, too. While it feels like a sleep aid at first, it's actually a major sleep disruptor overall, leading to fragmented, unrefreshing sleep.
Okay, limit caffeine and alcohol, especially later in the day. What about food? Big meals.
Generally, it's best to avoid heavy, rich, or very spicy meals right before bed. Give your digestive system a break.
How long before bed should you finish eating?
The common recommendation is at least 2 to 3 hours. This allows for proper digestion. Going to bed with a really full or actively churning stomach can lead to discomfort, indigestion, heartburn, all things that make sleep difficult.
Makes sense. But what if you're genuinely hungry at bedtime?
Good question. Sometimes a very light, perhaps carb-rich snack can actually be helpful, especially if you feel a bit peckish or your blood sugar feels low.
Like what kind of snack?
Something simple. A small piece of whole grain toast, maybe half a banana, a small bowl of oatmeal, even a few crackers. These can sometimes promote sleepiness by providing a gentle increase in blood sugar and potentially aiding the production of serotonin, which is a precursor to melatonin. Keep it light, though.
Okay, so mindful eating and drinking, particularly in the evening. What about moving our bodies? Exercise.
That's a great transition. Beyond diet, regular exercise plays a huge, overwhelmingly positive role in sleep quality.
How does exercise help sleep?
Moderate daily physical activity can significantly improve both how easily you fall asleep and the overall quality of your sleep, helping you get more of that deep restorative sleep. It helps burn off excess energy, it reduces stress and anxiety, major sleep killers, and it helps regulate body temperature rhythms that are important for signaling sleep.
So getting active is good for sleep, but timing matters, right?
Absolutely crucial. The
Yeah.
key is timing. Aim to get your exercise in earlier in the day if possible.
Why not exercise close to bedtime? Doesn't it tire you out?
You'd think so, but intense exercise too close to bed, say, within 2 to 3 hours, can actually be counterproductive for sleep. It's stimulating. It raises your core body temperature when it should be dropping, and it releases endorphins that can make you feel energized and alert, making it harder to wind down.
So morning or afternoon exercise is generally better for sleep.
Generally, yes. Find what works for you, but avoid that intense late-night workout. And it doesn't have to be strenuous. Even something as simple and accessible as a brisk 30-minute walk around your lovely BC neighborhood during the day can make a remarkable, measurable difference to your sleep quality that night.
That's encouraging. Accessible activity. Now, what about sunlight? You mentioned that earlier.
Yes, incredibly important and fundamental, yet often overlooked. Sunlight exposure, especially morning sunlight.
Why morning sun?
Getting sunlight exposure, ideally within the first hour or so of waking, powerfully helps to set and regulate your circadian rhythm. It's like the master switch for your internal clock.
Telling your body, it's daytime.
Exactly. It signals daytime, promoting alertness and energy when you need it. And crucially, this daytime signal helps ensure your body produces melatonin effectively later in the evening when it's time to prepare for sleep.
Even on cloudy days, like we get a lot of here in BC.
Even on cloudy days, enough beneficial light still gets through. Getting outside, or even just sitting by a bright window for maybe 15 to 30 minutes in the morning can make a significant difference. It's a natural, powerful cue for your entire biological system.
It really is so clear now. Our lifestyle choices all day long, food, drink, movement, light, they're such powerful allies in getting better sleep.
They absolutely are. It's
Yep.
truly not just about what happens in the final hour before bed, is it?
No, it's a holistic 24-hour approach.
It really is. And here's some practical advice related to this. What's fascinating is how often small, seemingly overlooked daily habits can be the actual culprits behind stubborn sleep problems.
Like hidden caffeine.
Exactly. If you're struggling, I'd strongly suggest doing a little self-review of your routines for a few days. Ask yourself, are there hidden caffeine sources I'm missing? Some pain relievers have it. Energy bars, even some decaf coffees still contain small amounts.
Good point.
Is my dinner consistently too heavy or too late? Am I glued to bright screens right up until I try to sleep? Even just making small mindful adjustments in these areas, becoming more aware, can yield really big, noticeable improvements in sleep quality.
It's about connecting those dots between daytime habits and nighttime results. Being a bit of a sleep detective for yourself.
That's a great way to put it. Be your own sleep detective.
Yeah.
5. Managing nighttime awakenings. Strategies for getting back to sleep.
Okay, so we've done our best. We've optimized the bedroom sanctuary. We've got a consistent schedule. We're mindful of diet and exercise.
Setting ourselves up for success.
Right. But let's be realistic. Waking up in the middle of the night, it still happens. It's incredibly common, especially maybe as we gracefully navigate these later years.
Absolutely. Happens to almost everyone sometimes.
So the crucial part isn't necessarily whether you wake up, but maybe how you respond to that awakening, how to effectively ease back into sleep without frustration.
That's an absolutely vital point. Your reaction in those moments in the middle of the night can make all the difference between quickly drifting back off or lying awake for hours.
Okay, so what's the first rule? What should we do or not do when we find ourselves awake at 2 a.m.?
The first, and maybe the most important strategy that comes up consistently in research is don't stress. Easier said than done, I know.
Tell me about it.
But try to resist that immediate, almost magnetic urge to look at the clock.
Ah, the clock watching trap.
Exactly. Watching the minutes tick by, calculating how much sleep you're losing, getting increasingly anxious and frustrated, that just activates your body's stress response system. It releases cortisol.
Which is the opposite of sleep-inducing.
Precisely. It's counterproductive and makes it significantly harder to get back to sleep. So, rule number 1, avoid the clock if you possibly can.
Okay, resist the clock. What if I'm still lying there, wide awake, after, say, 15 or 20 minutes, just staring at the ceiling?
If you find you simply cannot fall back asleep within roughly that time frame, 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes, it's often more beneficial to actually get up.
Get out of bed, really?
Yes. Staying in bed, tossing and turning, feeling frustrated and wide awake can inadvertently create a negative association. Your brain starts to link your bed with wakefulness and frustration rather than with rest and sleep.
Ah, breaking that association.
Right. So if sleep isn't coming easily after a short while, quietly get out of bed and move to another quiet, dimly lit room. Keep the lights very low.
Okay, I'm in another dimly lit room. Now what? Watch TV, check my phone.
Definitely not. The goal is to engage in a quiet, non-stimulating activity. Keywords: quiet and non-stimulating. You want to relax your mind, not wake it up further.
So what kind of activity?
Think about reading something rather dull, maybe a technical manual or a book you find slightly boring, definitely not a thrilling page-turner.
Haha. Okay, find a dull book.
Or listen to very soft, calming instrumental music. Perhaps an uneventful podcast on low volume. Gentle breathing exercises like simple belly breathing can be very effective. Progressive muscle relaxation, where you tense and release muscle groups. Or a brief, guided meditation focused on relaxation.
Things to calm the nervous system.
Exactly. And crucially, during this time out of bed, continue to avoid all screens and bright lights. They will just re-alert your brain, shut down any remaining melatonin, and make it much harder to feel sleepy again. This is absolutely not the time for email, social media, or news updates.
So the goal is to avoid creating an active, stimulating environment. Signal to the brain, it's still sleep time, just
Yeah.
in a different chair for a bit.
Perfectly put. You're maintaining the conditions for sleep, just shifting location temporarily to break the frustration cycle in bed.
Okay, so I've read my dull book, done some breathing. When do I go back to bed?
And this is another key part of retraining your brain.
Mhm.
Only return to bed when you actually feel genuinely sleepy again. Not just tired, but actually sleepy, like you could drift off.
Why wait until I'm sleepy?
Because this reinforces that positive association. Bed, sleep. Going back before you're truly ready might just lead to more tossing and turning, potentially undoing the calming effect of getting up. Wait for the wave of sleepiness to return.
Okay, wait for sleepy. Makes sense. What about those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips? They wake me up.
Very common issue. If you need to use the washroom, the advice is to do so with minimal light. Use the dimmest night light possible, just enough to see safely.
Avoid flipping on the bright overhead light.
Absolutely. Avoid bright lights like the plague. Some people even find using the flashlight on their phone pointed at the floor on its dimmest setting, and preferably with a red filter app if possible, is just enough to navigate without fully blasting their eyes with alerting light. Keep movement slow, quiet, and deliberate. The goal is to get back to bed without fully waking yourself up.
Right. Keep everything low-key and dark.
So the overall aim here is really to avoid reinforcing wakefulness when you're in your sleep sanctuary, the bedroom.
That's it, exactly. You want to make it as easy and gentle as possible for your brain to just slip back into that restful state. It sounds like it requires patience and subtle redirection, not fighting.
Precisely. Fighting wakefulness almost never works. Here's maybe a helpful way to frame it. Handling nighttime awakenings is like gently guiding your brain back to its slumber.
Gentle guidance. I like that.
You're not battling insomnia in that moment. You're simply creating the optimal, nurturing conditions for sleep to return naturally. It's a patient, gentle process of providing the right, calming cues rather than engaging in a frustrating internal struggle. 6. When to seek professional help. Recognizing sleep disorders and where to find support in BC.
Okay, we've covered so many really wonderful self-help strategies, practical adjustments for the bedroom, routines, diet, handling awakenings.
Lots of tools for the toolkit.
Definitely. And for many people, consistently applying these changes really does make a significant positive difference. We heard that from Mr. Davies.
Absolutely. Sleep hygiene works for many.
But sometimes, despite our very best efforts, despite being really diligent, sleep problems just persist, or they feel overwhelming. Or maybe they come with other concerning symptoms.
Right. Self-help isn't always enough, and that's okay.
That's when professional help is genuinely needed. And it's so important to remember, isn't it, that there's absolutely no shame in seeking help for sleep. It's a proactive step towards better health, just like seeing a doctor for anything else.
That's a truly vital point and a message we really want to emphasize strongly. It's crucial to know when it's time to see your doctor about sleep.
So what are the key signs that suggest it's time to make that appointment?
Well, if you consistently feel tired, groggy, or just unable to concentrate properly during the day, despite really trying these sleep hygiene strategies and lifestyle adjustments for a few weeks, that's a strong signal that something more might be going on. Your efforts aren't paying off.
Okay, persistent daytime tiredness despite trying. What else?
Another really common and critical indicator, often something a partner notices first, is related to your breathing during sleep. If someone tells you that you snore very loudly, especially if it's chronic, and particularly if it's accompanied by gasping for breath, choking sounds, or actual noticeable pauses in your breathing.
Those are red flags.
Big red flags. These are classic and potentially serious signs of sleep apnea, that condition where your airway gets blocked repeatedly during sleep. It absolutely requires a proper diagnosis and usually specialized treatment. Don't ignore those reports from a partner.
Okay, partner observations about breathing. What else warrants a doctor visit?
Of course, if you have that persistent difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep most nights, week after week, for an extended period basically meeting the criteria for chronic insomnia, that definitely warrants a medical conversation. It significantly impacts quality of life and overall health.
Right, and the restless legs.
Yes, if you experience those uncomfortable, often irresistible sensations in your legs, especially in the evening or when resting, and they are actively disrupting your sleep, making it hard to fall asleep or waking you up, that could well be restless leg syndrome, RLS. It's a neurological condition that often needs specific management.
Oh, okay, so daytime fatigue, breathing issues, chronic insomnia, restless legs. Those are clear signs to seek help.
Those are major ones, yes. Essentially, if sleep problems are persistent, severe, and negatively impacting your daily life and well-being, it's time to talk to your doctor.
So once someone recognizes these signs and makes that appointment, what can their doctor actually do to help? What might that process look like?
Your family doctor is really your best first point of contact. They're excellent at doing an initial assessment. They can help rule out any underlying medical conditions. Things like thyroid issues, chronic pain, even heart problems can affect sleep. Or they might review your medications, as some can inadvertently disrupt sleep.
Checking for other causes first.
Exactly. If they suspect a primary sleep disorder, or if things aren't clear, they can then provide referrals to a sleep specialist
Mm.
or a dedicated sleep clinic. We have many excellent ones right here in British Columbia.
And what happens at a sleep clinic?
They might recommend a sleep study, which is technically called a polysomnography. Sometimes this is done overnight in the clinic, or increasingly with equipment you can use at home. It monitors various things while you sleep: brain waves, breathing, heart rate, muscle activity, to get a really accurate picture and diagnose conditions like sleep apnea, narcolepsy, or other complex sleep disorders.
Okay. And what about treatments? Is it always medication?
Not at all. In fact, for chronic insomnia, one of the most effective first-line treatments recommended is actually non-drug therapy. It's called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBTI.
CBTI. What does that involve?
It's widely considered the gold standard treatment for insomnia. It's a structured program that helps you identify and change the specific thoughts, the cognitive part, and behaviors, the behavioral part, that are preventing you from sleeping well. It teaches you practical, sustainable skills and strategies to improve your sleep over the long term, addressing the root causes rather than just masking symptoms.
That sounds really empowering. Learning skills rather than just taking a pill.
It is very empowering and often highly effective. Of course, medication might be appropriate in some situations, but CBTI is often the preferred starting point for chronic insomnia.
And for finding these specialists or clinics here in BC.
A good place to start online is often your local health authority website. So whether you're under Vancouver Coastal Health, Fraser Health, Island Health, Interior Health, or Northern Health, their websites often have resources sections that might list sleep clinics, programs, or how to access specialists in your area.
Okay, check the health authority sites.
But honestly, the best and most straightforward pathway is usually just to start by discussing your sleep concerns openly and thoroughly with your family doctor. They know the local system and can provide the most appropriate referral based on your specific symptoms and needs.
That's incredibly helpful and reassuring. Knowing there are clear paths to support and that you absolutely don't have to just suffer in silence. Recognizing the signs and taking that first step really is essential for maintaining that sharp mind, bright future we talk about.
It truly is. And maybe one final piece of expert advice here. How can you get the absolute most out of that doctor's visit when you go to discuss your sleep?
Good question. How?
Be completely open and honest. Tell your doctor everything about your sleep habits, your routines, good and bad,
Yeah.
any medications or supplements you're taking, even over-the-counter ones, and describe all the symptoms you're experiencing, even things that seem minor or maybe a bit embarrassing.
Give them the full picture.
Exactly. The more comprehensive and candid information they have, the clearer the picture they can build, and the more accurately and effectively they can diagnose the issue and recommend the right treatment plan for you. Don't hold back any details. Every piece of the puzzle can be important. Conclusion.
Well, there you have it, our wonderful, lively later life community. We've really journeyed together today through this vital connection between sleep smarter, think sharper, and your overall brain health.
It's been a great exploration.
We've really taken an insightful look, haven't we, into what the latest research and practical wisdom has to offer on getting better sleep.
Indeed. And what we've consistently found from all the sources we reviewed, and what we really hope you'll take away today, is that quality sleep, well, it isn't a luxury. It's not just passive downtime.
No, it's active and powerful.
It's an incredibly powerful and, importantly, accessible tool.
Mhm.
A tool for memory consolidation, for vital cognitive repair, for boosting your mood, and for supporting your overall physical well-being.
The message feels really empowering, actually.
That's the goal. The empowering message is clear. By embracing good sleep hygiene, by understanding how your diet and exercise profoundly impact your nights, and by knowing when and how to seek professional help if you need it, you can dramatically improve your sleep.
Regardless of age or how long you've struggled.
Regardless of age or how long you've struggled, improvement is almost always possible.
Your incredible brain truly thrives on restful sleep. By making sleep a consistent priority, by giving it the informed attention it so richly deserves, you are genuinely making a profound, lifelong investment
An investment in.
in a sharper mind, in significantly enhanced well-being, and ultimately in a truly vibrant and fulfilling later life. It really is one of the best gifts you can consciously give yourself.
Well said. Now, if this session, this deep dive, helped you rethink your sleep habits, maybe inspired you to try even one small positive change tonight,
We'd love it if you'd.
please do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Your engagement, those likes, they really help us reach more members of our lively later life family.
And crucially, if you haven't already joined our family officially, please hit that subscribe button for the Lively Later Life channel. And don't forget to click the little notification bell icon, too.
Yeah, that bell means you won't miss out on more invaluable episodes coming up in our Sharp Mind, Bright Future series.
Or any of the other vital content we create specifically for you, our amazing Lively Later Life community.
Now, we'd absolutely love to keep this important conversation going. We learned so much from you all.
We really do. So here's a thought. What's one small, concrete step you're thinking of taking, maybe starting tonight, to improve your sleep based on what you've heard today?
Or perhaps you have a specific question about sleep that you'd like us to tackle in a future Q&A session. Let us know.
Please share your insights, your personal sleep tricks, your questions, anything in the comments section below the video. Your experiences can truly inspire and guide others to find their own unique path to better rest and a brighter tomorrow.
Absolutely. Until next time, everyone, sleep smarter, think sharper, and keep embracing your lively later life to the absolute fullest.